Hey guys, so I'm going to be making some coasters today. A lot of you guys have been asking about how I made the coasters that I made, like these. So this one I did with alcohol ink and resin, that's all it is. So I'm going to mix up the resin right now and then make some like that, and I'm going to do a set of 4. So I've measured and mixed enough, as much as I need, but I have to stir this for 3 minutes. So the first part of this is going to be really boring. If you're watching this back later on, then just skip this part. Oh, why is it blurry? Sorry, I don't know why it's blurry. All right, so 3 minutes, here we go. You have to mix the resin up for at least 3 minutes, otherwise it doesn't mix. You have like a resin and a hardener, I think, and it won't set properly if it's not fully mixed. Okay. And this is like my 3rd time making these, so I am by no means an expert at this. This part. Okay, 2 more minutes to go. For somebody with really weak wrists, this hurts. It's like, other hand. Three minutes doesn't sound like a long time until you have to do something consistently for 3 minutes, and then you're like, oh, my arm's tired. Okay. Alright, so each of the coasters, I'm using these molds which I just got on Amazon, and each one of them is like, I'm not going to fill them up all the way. One of the first ones I made, I filled it almost all the way, and it was just like really thick, and for a coaster I don't think that's necessary. So I'm just going to be filling them with 2 ounces of resin each. So I have enough mixed up here for 4. Alright, so this one only has 3, so I've got a second one over here, and I'm just going to use the one from that one once I get the cat fur out of it. Okay, got it. Oops. Alright, so I'm going to angle the camera down a little bit just so you guys can see this part better, so hang on. Alright, I don't know how well you can see that, but sorry about the mess there. Okay. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little bit, I'm not going to put the full 2 ounces in each one right now. I'm going to put a little bit in each one, get the air bubbles out, and then start putting in some alcohol ink, and then I'll go over the top of it with some more. And if you want to make these on your own, all you need is this container to mix the resin in, resin, and then a torch, which I just got this one on Amazon. Some butane torch. Alright. I'm just paranoid, so I'm mixing it extra. Alright, let's pour some in each one now. Okay. So I poured that, and then there's a lot of air bubbles in them. You probably can't see it on the camera. There's a lot of air bubbles in them, and if you don't use the torch to heat them up and get the air bubbles out, it's going to dry with them in there, and it doesn't look the way that you want it to look. I mean, maybe you want it to look that way. I don't know. I don't want it to look that way. So you just do this. Get the air bubbles out. I'm not lighting the silicone on fire. Be careful with that. Alright. I think I'm going to let it sit for a little bit and then do the torch one more time because there's still a few air bubbles in there that didn't come out the first time. Okay. And I haven't really decided what colors I want to do with these. I like the kind of rainbow ones that I made before, so maybe I'll do something similar. Alright, one more. Oh yeah, it's a lot more. And there's a cat fur in this one too, so take it out with the tweezers. This is the problem with doing this inside when you have animals. They're going to be a part of everything. Get that bubble out of the corner. Alright, one more has to go. Cool, I think that's good. I don't see any more air bubbles. Okay, so let's do our alcohol ink. And I've just got this, what is it? Jacquard Pinata color? I don't know, this is what I got. It was in the package like this. And it comes with 9 colors. Alright, let's do, I have 6 colors here, let's do these 6. I don't think I want to do a full rainbow in each one. I think I'll just do maybe a couple of colors in each one. cat fur. Okay. Thank you. Yeah, live. Woo. I figure I was actually being kind of lazy because I didn't want to go through and like record all of it and then edit later, so I'm being a little bit lazy, but it works. All right, so I'm gonna just drop I'm gonna do some, I think, purple and blue in this one. So I'm just dropping the colors in here. Let me adjust the camera in a little bit so you guys can see a little better. And I got ink on my hands. Hoping I can get this on my phone. Let me see if I can like adjust this better so you guys can see. Or maybe I can move it closer. Sorry, it's gonna shake a bit. I'm gonna try it. Maybe move it closer. Let's stay. Let me see if this works. Maybe. My phone might fall. Hang on, I gotta take off my glove and fix this. Sorry, guys. I'm using like a suction cup kind of thing here to hold the phone, but it's not sticking. So let me make it. Okay. I think that's better, and hopefully that holds and doesn't fall down. All right. Glove back on so I don't ruin my pretty nails. So the colors in here right now, I have purple and blue in here, and you can't see a whole lot like the difference. You can see it a little better in person, but it kind of, it's really dark, but when they come out, obviously it's not gonna dry as dark, and it's gonna come through, so it's gonna look like these colors. And this has a little bit of white in it too, but yeah, that's how the colors are gonna look. And this is what the back looks like on the top after doing this last time. I don't know if I'll put any white in. Maybe I will put some white in these. I do like the effect that it makes. Or some gold. Let's see. Oh, it's getting blurry. Hello. I'm sorry, my camera has a mind of its own. All right, I'm gonna do some white in here. When I do the white in there, you can see the colors come through. And let's do some gold, why not? The gold is the only one that's like a metallic color. It looks really pretty. I'm not gonna do too much. I'll do a little more white. And I basically try not to think too much about the colors I'm doing. I just kind of go with it. I don't know how much is too much. Like this one, it still has some clear spots along the edge, and that'll be perfectly fine. If parts of it are still a little bit transparent, I think that's kind of a cool effect. All right, so this one was purple and blue. Let's do magenta and orange in the next one. Oops. Oh, thank God that did not spill on me. Let's close these because I'm too clumsy for this. And something I didn't do on the last one, but that we can also do on this. Let me clean off the popsicle stick. We can also run it through like this. And Groot doing the art stream. Yep. Groot is doing art. I'm just here to supervise. All right, that looks kind of cool. Okay, and then look at this. After I put the white in there, you can really see how the colors pop, and I think it makes such a really cool effect. It's like, I don't know, I can't describe it. I just really like the effect. This one looks like an eye. Well, you can't really see that one on the camera. But it just looks so cool. I really like using these. All right, let's do some more pink in here. I do a little bit of purple in this one too. And some gold. I'll put a little bit of gold in each one. I think that's pretty cool. I wish I could show you guys even more of a close-up of just all the things that alcohol ink does when I put it in. And I'm not really sure what kind of effect this is going to have running this through it, but I'm sure it'll look cool. Alright, this one, let's do orange and yellow. Kind of still doing a rainbow, but I'm going to make each one like a different set of colors. So when they're all together, they make a rainbow. Yellow. This yellow is like super bright. And I'll do a little bit of green. I'm gonna take it off the tripod for just a second because I want to show you guys like how cool it looks when I put some of the gold in there. Hang on, let me. Now I'm doing this with one hand. All right. Hopefully that is focused. I'm sorry if it's not. The way that it moves around is so cool. I love it. Okay. Put you guys back here. All right. And then this last one, let's do yellow, green, and maybe blue. And then obviously these are going to take a while to dry, so I will give you guys an update like in a couple of days. They should actually be hardened tomorrow, but I want them to be like, doggies, come on. Sorry guys, but I want them to be completely like set and everything before I take them out and show you guys. So I'll wait a couple of days and then I'll give you guys an update on how these turned out. Because that's the thing, I really don't know how they're going to come out. I just know the ones I've done so far look pretty cool. Just don't want any more blue. Let's do some gold. Alright, make sure these are all closed. And run through this one yet with it. Let's do that. Like this could look really cool or it could really mess it up. We will see. It's fun to experiment. Okay, we're going to use the torch again, get out any air bubbles, and this sometimes burns off. It's alcohol ink, so like the torch will burn some of it off, so gotta be careful not to do it for too long. And it helps move it around a little bit too. Now I'm going to put the rest of the resin I have over the top of each one. It's going to kind of change the way that it looks a little bit, but we can always add more ink if I feel like it needs it as well. Definitely gonna change the look of these. Okay. I think those are all about even. I have a little resin left, so they might not be all perfectly even, but you know what? They're homemade. All right, I'm gonna put a little bit more ink just to kind of get the edges here. Not very much. And then we're gonna torch again since I poured more resin in there and that has some air bubbles in it. That's green. Need more blue. Okay. I feel like the white helps really bring out the color in some areas, which is really cool. I think when I poured the resin on top of it, it kind of broke up some of the gold, and so it makes parts of it look really, really shimmery. That looks really neat. I think that's gonna be pretty cool when it dries. All right, torching again. Get all those air bubbles out. Caught the alcohol ink a little bit on fire there. Air bubbles. All right, I think that looks really cool. I think this is gonna come out looking pretty cool. But I mean, that's it. That's basically all I do. I have like no real technique to it, or like I just know kind of I like rainbow anything, so I like stuff being really colorful and vibrant, and I really like how these alcohol inks come out. So yeah, that's about it. Wait for these to dry. They'll be hard enough to pop out in like a day, but I want to make sure they're fully, they're still kind of bendable a little bit after a day when I took them out before. But I'll show you kind of the first couple that I did. Okay, so the first two I did, this one I used like some beads in it, which I didn't really like how it ended up coming out, but it was an experiment. This one I made way too thick because I filled it like almost all the way up, and there's no reason a coaster needs to be that thick, but the colors actually look really neat. It's hard to see in here because it's so reflective. It's better to see like in the natural light. But you can see like my fingers through it, like parts of it are more transparent and some parts are more pigmented, but I didn't use that much alcohol ink in it, and so you can see that it's like mostly clear. Whereas the second batch I did, which is these, rainbow, and I used a lot more alcohol ink. I made them thinner, and you can see the colors like all the way through. So I think that, and even the backs look really neat. Like if you wanted to just use this as the top side, that looks pretty cool too. This one's my favorite, but I like them this way. But yeah, I mean, you can do anything you want with it. I want to try putting some like flowers and things in them. I've seen people do that as well. And then I do also have mica powders, which I just got like this little kind of cheap set of them to practice. So you can mix up your resin individually with mica powders and then pour those colors in here as well. So I want to try doing that too, but these are the ones I made so far and you guys have asked about, so I just wanted to do a video of like, here's how I do them. I mean, obviously it's a time-consuming process, and then letting them dry and making sure the cats don't get on them and put their fur in them or their paws in them, that would be very bad. But yeah, it's fun. I like it. I'm having fun. But that's it for now, guys. Thanks again for watching, and if you're watching this back later, sorry this was so long. If you have questions, put them in the comments. Like I said, I'm not really an expert by any means, but I'm learning, and if I don't know the answer, I can find it out and learn with you. So it's always really fun. Give this a thumbs up if you liked it. Thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the notification bell so whenever I go live or post a new video, you'll get notified. And yeah, that's it. I'll see you guys later. Bye!